Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw. Going In Raw. That sounds terrible.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you are watching Going In Raw. You like that?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it. Just smash it. Smash it, Larson.
Smash it.
Valentine's Day. Yesterday it was Valentine's Day. What better time to smash something than post-Valentine's Day? So be sure to hit smash that subscribe button.
Yes,
if you're
please.
listening to us in the audio realm, be sure to leave us a rating, review, or a comment.
Yeah.
That's what I want you to do.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah. How are you feeling? Feeling better?
Better, yeah. Still not great.
Well, okay. This is the only thing I really care about. Are you going to crap on me today? Are you gonna...
No.
Did you hear? Are your kids fans of Blippi?
No. My kids don't watch YouTube.
Okay.
I read that thing that Ricky put on Twitter last night or this morning.
Yeah, Alabama loves Blippi. And you can tell from like one look at him that he's a scumbag. Like you could just tell. This guy, there's something wrong with this
He pooped
guy.
on somebody.
So back when the Harlem Shake was a big thing, he exploded diarrhea on somebody for the purpose of comedy, which is a big commitment, to be honest with you. But was that like, projectile bowel movements? Was that what you were experiencing?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Oh, man.
It wasn't much fun yesterday.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't much fun without you here either.
No. You were probably having a better time than I was.
Only because it was more work. That was a bummer.
At least you had 3 hours of wrestling, like chock full of wrestling to talk about to fill time.
Yeah, still.
I'm trying to do a SmackDown episode by yourself. Probably a little tough.
It would take a lot of getting used to do this by myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Too much. It's just too much. I need to be able to coast a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I have to coast. You see, I switched
I
out the
saw
sign.
that,
Yeah. So there was kind of a test yesterday during Overrun, during our bonus show, which is available for patrons.
Yeah.
All right. We watched a Gribby match at Christmas time indoors.
Oh,
Gribby
you
match.
watched Gribby, okay.
His little tiny brother, he's going to be a star. That kid was amazing.
Really?
Listen to this, though.
What?
So we got the new sign in.
Yeah.
And I asked the friendos in the Overrun chat room, should I wait for Larson or should I open it now? Every single one of them, save for one person, said, open it now, don't wait for Larson.
Yeah, don't wait for me.
One person said, you should wait for Larson
Who is
for
that
this
person?
moment.
Who's
Just
that?
take a guess.
Alex C.
No, he's scumbag. No.
Wayne Maker.
No, he's even worse than Alex C.
Well, no, Wayne Maker really doesn't like you.
Who's the most good-natured?
There?
No, he's the worst.
Who?
Come on, man.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right now.
The Enforcer.
Oh, Stevie Bradley. Hats off to you, Enforcer.
Yep. Exactly. Anyways.
But it doesn't matter to me.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, so I opened it. I was going to open it.
Really
Even if everybody said wait, I was still going to open it. I was very anxious.
No.
I was very anxious. So I put it up. I think it looks good. It pops. It's good stuff. Shout out to gotprint.com. They didn't give it to us for free, but they did a good job. So, and it was only like $20.
Hats off to good work.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Anyways, so we should probably get a quick shout out to Karen, one of our mods, Turncoat. What's that dude, Benedict Arnold?
Yeah.
Name another traitor in
American or world history.
Brutus.
Yeah.
Right? Et tu, Brute.
Et tu, Karen.
Et tu, Karen. Check out her appearance on the Married Marks podcast.
Yes.
Because apparently she doesn't care about us anymore. There's no care in Karen anymore, Larson.
Well, you're taking this really hard.
You can't spell care without Karen. That's actually true. You can't spell Karen without Karen, though.
Well, you can't spell care without Karen, though.
That's true. Exactly. Anyways, I hate when this happens, but this is kind of a funny story.
What?
It's not funny probably to them, but it doesn't seem like there's going to be any repercussions beyond probably some fines. I doubt he's going to spend any jail time.
Who?
It brings me no pleasure.
Jimmy?
to do a thumbnail with a TMZ.
Oh, I know.
Mugshot.
Watermark on it and stuff, all that.
It
Yeah.
honestly doesn't. It's. I'm not proud of the fact that Going In Raw entered the viral realm when Paige got allegedly arrested.
We try not to do
Was
tabloidy.
she even arrested at that point?
No, I think she took it into custody when they realized that she didn't do anything wrong and let her go.
Right.
Like I said, we don't really like doing tabloidy type stuff.
Yeah, man. I don't like to talk about.
We
some
like
of
to
these...
talk about what's going on in the ring and what's going on backstage and how it affects what's in the ring. Not so much people getting arrested and mugshots and all that stuff. Because in this case, I don't think it's really going to affect anything.
Right, yeah, I know, exactly. Which is why, and so, yeah, our thumbnail is very tabloidy. And also, the thumbnail is hilarious because if you look at it's obvious that dude just wanted a nap. And those officers probably interrupted his sleep time, and that's why he was about to square up. Why don't we just get that out of the way,
All right.
and then we'll talk
All right.
about...
I missed a lot I granted I was just laying in bed, so I got the news, but these top 2 news stories both dropped yesterday. Inside Gaming is back. All sorts of crazy stuff happened yesterday.
Top news story.
Oh, it was.
I think it's great. I think it's so... Here's the thing. We both love Funhouse.
Yeah.
We go back ages with them, obviously, and they're just fantastic.
Yes.
I'm sure they're taking this Inside Gaming thing and they're bringing it back. I doubt, given how successful they are, I kind of doubt that guys like Kovic and Bruce even give a damn about Inside Gaming. Obviously, they're taking the franchise. They're doing something with it. I think it's great. But if you look at the look of glee on their faces at the sheer irony.
Oh, that's what it is.
Of the sheer irony.
It
is such an amazing moment for them.
It really is, and that's what more than anything else excited me.
I was explaining the history of it to Mark last night via text.
Yes.
Because he was like, wait, did they buy Mission? I'm like, no. This is even better. Through weird corporate merger stuff, the company that these guys left...
has been absorbed in this larger multimedia
to go do something
conglomerate, yes.
where there's bigger, better support, people who know what they're doing with Rooster Teeth.
And then 4 years later, they get that property back.
They don't own them, but they basically get to do whatever they want. The Machinima Twitter account is now the Inside Gaming Twitter account.
That's the ultimate irony.
That right there is so much. It's so hilarious.
It's pretty great.
And then there was an announcement in Variety that a bunch of the other popular Machinima
I was
shows,
really happy to see that All Your History.
I
mean, that was Nick Werner's thing for the most part. I spent a few months editing.
Yeah.
That back in the day.
Yeah.
So that was cool. That got brought back. That show was, I know, just from doing it a little bit, was a ton of work to do.
Yeah.
And so it's good that's going to be out there.
Shout out to the people who tweeted at us about the possibility of 10 for the win. There was no mention in the Variety article of them archiving the old 10 for the wins. So until all that stuff works itself out, there is zero word on 10 for the win. So moving on, let's talk about Jimmy Uso and Naomi's unfortunate night. Larson, what happened?
Yeah, so TMZ reported that on early Thursday that Jimmy Uso was arrested in Detroit Wednesday night after a drunken altercation with police. Police pulled over Naomi and Jimmy after they found that Naomi was apparently driving the wrong way on a one-way street. TMZ continues, quote, according to our police sources, cops say that their 2018 Dodge Journey reeked of booze, so they ordered Naomi out of the car. We're told while Naomi talked to the cops, Jimmy got out of the car, despite commands from police, and took off his shirt and jacket and squared up like he wanted to fight.
I love the term square up, by the way.
I know. We're told the officer took out his taser because he was scared for his safety. Jimmy ultimately settled down and complied with their commands. Then he was handcuffed and arrested for disorderly conduct and obstruction. WB has only issued a one-sentence statement. Quote, Jonathan Fatu is responsible for his own personal action. I believe it's the same exact statement they issued when Jey Uso was arrested for DUI early last year.
I'm pretty
11
sure
months ago.
The same thing. They said the same thing for Jeff Hardy when he had a bit of a, I don't know if you'd consider it a relapse or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
he had a DUI. I think.
Yeah.
And they said the same thing about him. So neither. It's funny because I think. So I'm pretty sure Luke from Wrestle Talk and I think maybe Ross from Cultaholic. I don't know. A couple of those British dudes tweeted out some stuff about that affecting their predictions This affects our predictions in no way. Why would anybody think the Usos are going to win those titles?
They weren't going to win.
They're not going to win those titles back.
No.
Shane and Miz are hot right now.
Yeah. Shane and Miz are keeping those titles till at least Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think it's necessarily going to affect Jimmy whatsoever in terms of, or the Usos in terms of not getting a push, being punished. At most, he'll probably get a stern talking to from Mark Carrano. And if maybe a fine, I don't know. I don't know what the personal conduct policy is in WWE. So we'll see.
So about 17 hours ago, Naomi, Trinity Fatu, her shoot name, responded to a tweet from a fan, I guess.
Yeah,
just a fan, saying, "I keep checking Naomi's Twitter every couple minutes. I hope she's okay." And she responded, "Yes, dear, we are safe and okay. Thank you and love y'all. Kiss emoji." So seems like a fairly minor thing. I mean, it's
Jimmy posted bond, I think, too. I don't know what the difference is between posting bond and bail. I don't know what the difference is.
So a bond is what you use to get out on bail.
All right.
That's a bondsman is a person you go to.
Yeah.
I need money, and then if you're on the lam, that's when they send out a bounty hunter.
No, I know that.
Such as dog.
I didn't know if there's a difference between posting a bond and paying bail.
I think one means the other, but I have no idea.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Gotcha.
So, anyways,
I'm not a criminal justice.
Somebody in chat here might have watched enough episodes of Law and Order to know what that is.
Or a dog, the bounty hunter.
Or we might have a bondsman or a bailsman in chat.
Totally. Or Matthew Williams Esquire. He's a lawyer.
Mr. Dope here has a question in chat. So, was this a work?
Wait.
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
The arresting officers were actually local enhancement talents.
Yeah.
That's how that worked.
It was filmed for use on next week's SmackDown, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I wonder just how far Naomi's eye roll was when Jimmy got out of the car on that one.
And apparently squared up.
Because, man, these days, it can be scary. You don't want to do that. I'll say this: everybody just needs to feel lucky that the cop merely produced his taser. I mean, shout out to the cop that actually doesn't overreact in the situation. I think that's great, professional. Hey, my life's not in danger, so I'm not gonna, because that can happen. But yeah, that's just alcohol will do stuff to you.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I wanted to kill Hilton one time when I was drunk.
Yeah, you squared up.
Don't remember that at all.
You squared up. I do.
Don't remember
clearly.
That at all.
So I guess at least in your 20s, I know what kind of drunk you were. Although that was the only time I ever saw you with bloodlust in your eyes.
Yeah.
With alcohol. But I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm not even sure you were drunk necessarily.
I don't know.
Maybe you just reached your limit with
my boiling point, huh?
Your boiling point, yeah.
Entirely possible.
You used to be much more of a powder keg back then.
Yeah, but I never blew. It was all simmery.
You were close.
It was always simmery.
There was some steam coming out of your ears.
Okay.
And Hilton was laughing.
Of course he was.
Boy, oh boy, I would have. Man.
Of course he was laughing.
If I had a cell phone with a camera on it back then, I'd have been screaming World Star.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man. Yeah. I tell you what. Anyways.
Let's talk about Undertaker. So I don't know if these two news stories are related, but we can...
Undertaker and Jimmy Uso?
No, there's two different Undertaker news stories. So it started like Thursday. He posted... It's weird that Undertaker has an Instagram. It's so weird.
Yeah, it is.
It's really weird.
And I'm still like really curious about his Twitter account because it really feels like it's somebody like a personal assistant or maybe even Michelle McCool.
Oh, it could be.
Because it comes off like a fan account.
Yeah, I know, but it's got the blue check mark.
I know. That's what's weird about it.
I still think that Michelle's the one that's actually typing stuff on his Instagram too. Anyways.
Probably. She's like a normal age, and he's like super ancient,
super old. Yeah. So he posted a picture on his Instagram. They got a lot of people talking. It was a picture of himself, Michelle McCool, and a private jet in the background.
Yeah. With
the caption, "quote landed
whoa,
late."
Whoa, hold on. I'm sorry. Were you about to launch into a non-Undertaker voice?
Sorry, go ahead.
Landed late last night. Must be meeting with somebody important today. Hashtag on the road again.
Yeah, so what could that mean, Steve?
Those con dudes have a lot of money. Taker v. Goldberg. Taker v. Cody. Oh, man. Taker v.
I don't think.
Are we going to get a V trigger to Undertaker?
No, I don't think Undertaker's going to be at Double or Nothing. But he will be at Starrcast because Sports Illustrated told us so.
Was he going to chat it up with Conrad?
Maybe.
Chat me up.
They broke the story first that the dead man will be at Starrcast 2, and then Sports Illustrated spoke to Starrcast organizer Conrad Thompson, who made it clear that Taker's appearance at Starrcast shouldn't be seen as any sign that he's on his way to All Elite Wrestling, saying, quote, I know people might assume...
Please do a Conrad impression.
Oh, man.
I know people might assume this is an AEW event, but chat me up here. This is not true. We have wrestlers appearing from every promotion from all over
rumors
the world.
and innuendo.
And Starrcast isn't just for all elite wrestling fans. It's for all wrestling fans. The Undertaker experience is its own standalone experience at Starrcast. Chat me up here. The Undertaker is synonymous with wrestling in general. I love his voice.
Oh, it's
it is so soothing and
Roll
poetic.
Tide.
Roll Tide. There you go. He says the Undertaker is synonymous with wrestling, and generations of wrestling fans have grown up with the Undertaker. We wanted to bring something unique to Las Vegas, and there isn't anyone more special in this business than the Undertaker.
That's
Huge
pretty cool.
get.
That's massive get.
Massive get.
So far for Starrcast 2, they've announced 4 huge names, with Undertaker, since he doesn't really do any sort of public appearances like this, being tops. You got Taker, you got Bret Hart, you got Sting, and you got Ric Flair.
Mm-hmm.
Huge names.
Mm-hmm.
All of them either soon-to-be or current WWE Hall of Famers. I guess the previous 3, I don't know if Bret's still on the Legends contract or not. Sting maybe still. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Flair. I mean, they're doing Flair's birthday thing coming up here soon.
Yeah.
I
would suspect that it wouldn't be beneficial to. So the guys that can command big, who have number one got big money in the past from WCW, and guys who can command big money, like Sting, like Ric Flair. They can bring in a haul, like a ton. I know Ric Flair loves to spend money too, but they can bring in a ton of money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure it would be beneficial to them or the WWE. Like, last we heard the Legends contracts didn't pay.
It's like $10,000.
Right. It wouldn't make any sense for a Legends contract. And I'm not even sure what kind of like press exclusivity.
I don't know either.
All those guys still do like conventions and stuff. So, I mean, honestly, Starrcast is.
I mean, like the Legends thing, this seems like you're kind of an ambassador for the company. You get sent out on X number of public appearances during the course of the year, and that's how you make your money. But it didn't seem like there was any strings attached apart from that.
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest, like I get that Starrcast and All Elite Wrestling are connected in some ways, but Starrcast isn't, from what I understand, owned by like the Starrcast is just a wrestling convention
that coincides with these two, now All Elite Wrestling shows.
Yeah. And it's like, there's obviously a working relationship because everybody that's All Elite Wrestling, and I'm sure, the guys in All Elite Wrestling, profit quite a bit from their, meet and greets and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But, and I don't know if Cody and them have an ownership stake in Starrcast. I don't
think
know.
so. I think I saw something on Twitter where Connor was saying that and Cody too, that there was no financial arrangement between the two.
Yeah. The big question is how much are Undertaker? There's 2 big questions, especially as it pertains to us. How much are the meet and greets going to be?
Oh, wow.
I mean, if recent, it was what, $300 for a
photo and autograph?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what the most expensive one at Starrcast was last year.
Somebody in chat might know, like Tim Spulak might know if he's around.
Because there's going to be a meet and greet, but there's also going to be some sort of panel or discussion.
Sure, yeah.
Which I think would be actually really interesting because he doesn't normally. I mean, I guess he's doing the inside the rope stuff.
Yeah,
over the United Kingdom.
Well, okay, so that's one thing to sort of look at with this Undertaker thing. This is obviously he's making moves to make bundles of money
in his post-wrestling future,
in a non-wrestling future.
And of all the people that have been in WWE for the last probably 30 years or so. He seems like, for the longest time, he never broke kayfabe. W documentaries, he might break it slightly.
A little bit.
But between his social media presence now, which just the very existence of Undertaker's social media accounts breaks kayfabe.
Yeah, sure.
Him posting pictures like this, workout videos, now signing up to do Inside the Ropes over in the United Kingdom, probably some sort of panel here at Starrcast. He's really giving us a look behind the curtain.
Well, the big thing was that interview he did on
Undertaker
YouTube
experience
with that Reverend.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever
Yeah.
that guy
Yeah, it did
was.
start it, yeah.
That was like a big coming out party for Mark Calloway.
Yeah.
You know, being out of character with the guy that he was being interviewed that he apparently has a relationship with and he trusts. And that went over very, very well. Like, people really loved that. So, yeah, it seems like he's willing now to open up the curtain a little bit in terms of who Mark Calloway is and the stories that he has. I'm sure there are legion.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to. I know Austin is taking a break from his podcast right now, but, man, that's a podcast that I'd love to see.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Just like hours and hours, just them talking and drinking beer. I think that'd be fantastic.
What was the one with Kevin Nash? Was it Uberfax or something like that?
Uberfax. It was Uberfax.
Yeah, give me a Stone Cold Undertaker Uberfax podcast.
Give me because Nash seems to like Undertaker.
Yeah.
Give me a Stone Cold Nash Undertaker, all three of them on a podcast.
Oh, round table.
Yeah, a round table.
Yes.
How much fun would that be?
Tons of fun.
That'd be hilarious.
It was one of Nash's last WWE matches against the Undertaker at Mania 96.
And then, of course, the big question that, Mikey Omega hit me up on Twitter. I have no idea what to say to these people. Are we going to be, is it within the realm of possibility for us to get an intro for The Undertaker? Some people out there simply don't do intros. I'd love to say, I would speculate this. Undertaker and Bret Hart would probably be big, like hard nose for intros.
Bret, yes.
Bret definitely a hard no.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I feel like Sting would probably do it.
Sting would probably do it.
I feel like Flair would probably do it.
Flair would almost definitely do it.
I don't know about Undertaker because when Eddie had his interaction with him, he seemed like pretty outgoing. Like, he made a point. He's like, oh, what's this shirt about? And asked him about it.
Yeah, but I feel like he also might have a hard limit for how.
That's entirely possible. That's entirely possible.
Putting your name on a show. He understands the implication of that. Putting your name to a product.
Obviously.
That's kind of a big deal right there.
I think Bret would be the only hard no. The absolutely positively hard no. I feel like Sting would probably do it. Flair would probably do it. Undertaker, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like this with Bret, he'd be like, hey, let me go up to Bret. Be Bret for a second. Hey, Bret, can you do me a? I'm not me or you. I'm a friendo.
Sure. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
Hey, Bret. Do you think you can do a little video for a podcast I listen to?
No.
Please?
No.
I feel like Bret would like say, "What's this podcast all about? What's it called?
What does this podcast say about me?
I know. Do they appreciate my work? 10 out of 10.
Is this podcast as close to a 10 out of 10 as possible? No.
No.
No. No. Well, yeah, here's the thing. Everybody, G Russ 512 in chat here says everybody's got a price. That price, you're right, but that price, here's the thing. That price is going to be out of our budget. I don't think it's just regular meet and greet. It's not meet and greet and film an intro for a show you've never heard of.
Exactly.
I'm not going to pay 10. If we had a stack of 10,000 ones and we said, hey, Taker, here, this stack of ones is yours for an intro to a wrestling podcast, the answer might very well be yes. Mm-hmm. And even in Bret Hart's case, because money means you're serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
it could be proven wrong. Maybe
we could do a lot of cool stuff with $10,000. We could film. We could just I'll get in the Bret Hart outfit and then do my own intro.
It'd be way funnier.
Exactly. Hey, this is
this is Bret Hart.
This is Bret Hart, and you're watching, Going in Raw.
Going in Raw.
So, Going in Bret Hart.
10 out of 10 podcast.
This should be called Going in Bret Hart. Why don't you guys just talk about me a lot?
We do, Bret. Honestly,
we actually do, Bret. Not sure it's anything you'd like to hear.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so let's talk about Asuka. Where's Asuka been? You haven't seen her in a while.
Hold on. Gift of God here in chat says failing to find the humor in drunk driving. Nobody was drunk driving. Naomi was not arrested.
Yeah.
Naomi did not get a DUI. She apparently was fine. The only person who was drunk was Jimmy Uso. That should be made clear. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, based on what TMZ said, they made no mention of Naomi being arrested for DUI or anything like that. Yes.
Yeah.
She was the one driving, not Jimmy. So WrestleVotes might have given us an indication of what's been up with Asuka since she hasn't been on SmackDown seemingly forever. Quote, been getting a ton of Asuka questions. As far as I know, they do have a plan for Mania. Just wasn't wise for Asuka to be featured the last few weeks. WWE doesn't want excessive brand jumping prior to WrestleMania, leaving only Lana and Vega for Chamber. That's not a pay-per-view matchup WWE wanted. Of course, a lot of the members of the SmackDown Women's Division involved in Elimination Chamber match for the tag team titles. So if I'm reading this correctly, the only other options, and of course Becky and Charlotte, they're involved in the Ronda Rousey thing. The only other options then would be Lana or Zelina Vega for Asuka's opponent for Elimination Chamber. Apparently that's not something WWE wanted to do.
Yeah.
But a couple things. They had planned for Mania. See if that changes. WWE doesn't want excessive brand jumping prior to Mania. So I guess I can read this two ways. One, they don't want to bring an opponent from Raw over from Raw for Asuka to face Elimination Chamber and just have it be that. Or they're going to bring an opponent from Raw over, take on Asuka for WrestleMania. It's the former, I'm pretty sure. They don't want a bunch of people jumping from brand to brand prior to WrestleMania. But
well, if you read it backwards, given that the only options on SmackDown would be Lana or Vega, they wouldn't want, like you said in the first one, they wouldn't want to then have to bring somebody over from Chamber. But I mean, but then that would leave. I think the implication there would mean that, and I hope this isn't the case because I'd rather it be a cross-brand thing. To be honest with you, because I think it'd be cooler, and there's maybe more options.
What?
If she took on somebody from Raw as opposed to SmackDown, though, I mean, I don't know what the bigger match is. Let's say Ember Moon she's going to be cleared before Mania. I don't know. I don't know.
I thought I don't know what the prognosis was from her elbow.
Because I know that's something that you really wanted to see, and I want to see that too. I feel like Mandy Rose is really hot right now.
Yeah.
And so Mandy Rose would actually make a lot more sense for me for Asuka for Mania than anybody else. But yeah, I would feel like they're just saying for Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
They would have to bring somebody over from Raw.
Yeah. No, that's what I gather too.
But even over on Raw, who isn't involved in the Elimination Chamber match that it could be?
Dana Brooke.
Yeah, right.
Or Natalia.
They actually are really high on her. Like that's actually a decent name for Asuka. And that would actually be kind of a good match. I'd like to see that. But I mean, beyond that, I
get the idea of not wanting to do a short-term feud with someone just for Elimination Chamber and having to bring someone over from Raw if it's not going to be a permanent thing.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense. One thing that you kind of didn't note, you didn't mention here was the idea that, because I think this was in the newsletter this week, or some people were talking about it, that Vince isn't entirely 100% decided on what the actual main event for WrestleMania is going to be.
Oh, really?
Seth versus Brock is still on the table as a potential final match. And then, of course, and apparently they're not going to decide. Well, it's Vince. They're not going to decide until the week of the...
it should be pretty plainly obvious what should be the main event of Mania.
I don't even see how is this even a choice here? It's kind of silly. It should be the Rousey match, regardless. So
yeah, it really should.
Yeah. But, Vince and his obsession with the Universal title.
Yeah, I know.
It's the end-all, be-all.
Yeah, I know.
All right, here we go. Let's talk about Batista now.
Yeah.
So you've confirmed through your inside sources that he is going to be taking on Cody at All Elite Wrestling's Double or Nothing.
I did not.
Has he been announced for Starrcast? Because that's the big thing. If you're announced for Starrcast, you're going to be at Double or Nothing.
Yeah, I guess no.
Right?
No.
Batista versus Taker 2.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Double or Nothing 2.
But not going to happen. But Chris Jericho did post a picture of himself dining with Dave Batista.
Oh, I only saw the one where they were standing. There was one of them
dining.
dining.
They're at a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
So post-dining.
Dang it. I thought I was going to be treated to a picture of them with enjoying a steak meal.
I think it was at a barbecue place. It was called something.
Ribs.
Smokehouse, yeah.
Ribs.
And, of course, this is right on the heels of Pro Wrestling Sheet's report that AEW was maybe trying to woo Dave to take part in Double or Nothing. Well, Wrestling Observer newsletter spoke about this, saying, quote, that story is accurate. Batista versus Triple H was at one point set for WrestleMania, but that got thrown for a loop when Triple H tore his pec on the Crown Jewel show. Batista did meet with company officials in Stamford on February 7th. That's about a week ago. And his name has been talked about in AEW. Batista also met with Chris Jericho on 12/12, and they did the picture. Barbecue place. Those close to Batista know that he's got no deal with WWE, but they have had talks. At this point, he's not interested in wrestling anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense.
Well, yeah. It's still the biggest stage, man. It doesn't really even make sense for All Elite, unless they're just trying to screw with WWE.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem to be their MO though.
I mean, Dave Batista's a big name in and out of wrestling now.
Yeah. I mean, he'd be a welcome addition to Starrcast.
Yeah, man. Oh, he'd do an intro 100%.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
He'd be our best friend.
Heck yeah.
You know.
Seems like such a cool dude.
Oh, I'd ask him so many questions about directing. That's the thing, man. We'd be asking him questions about the shit that he really likes.
Yeah.
So what was it like to direct your first movie? Oh, man. Let's talk 20 minutes on that now.
Yeah.
You know.
Talk about your experience in Blade Runner.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
it was
he's
like
only...
working with that kind of talent.
Yeah.
Villeneuve.
Yeah, Dennis Villeneuve.
Villeneuve.
No, it's Villeneuve or something like
Villeneuve?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to be in Dune? Has he approached you about Dune?
Thought he is going to be in Dune.
Has he been announced for Dune? Josh Brolin, Thanos, he's been announced for Dune. How are you Thanos and Cable in the same universe? It's weird.
It is weird. Yeah.
Oh, man, Batista's in Dune? Nice. Look at that. Oh, WWE.com broke it.
That's awesome.
Never mind, Variety broke it. When was that? A month ago.
Yeah, about a month ago.
Nice. Tell
That's
us
cool.
about your role in Dune. Can you speak on that yet, Dave Batista?
Whose part are you playing? Are you Sting?
Who? What kind
Are
of?
you Kyle MacLachlan?
What?
Are you Patrick Stewart?
What's? What theory?
I only have vague recollections of
Yeah.
the David Lynch adaptation.
Are you Sting?
That's what it said. Yeah.
Not the wrestler. But did you clarify the wrestler?
No,
or
I
not?
didn't.
The wrestler wasn't in Dune.
No, musician though. Yes.
The musician was. Are you
With Patrick Stewart? He was in it.
Patrick Stewart, Kyle MacLachlan,
And then
Sting? No.
But if he said yes to any of those, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the roles were.
Why would you have asked then?
Because that's my only base. I don't really know anything else. But, I mean, like Dune's about spice. That's all I know. I don't know anything about Dune.
What study of filmmaking are you interested in? Who
There
are
you go.
your influences
Yeah,
behind
who's
the
your favorite
camera?
directors? Yeah.
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 Are you more like a Hitchcock who considers actors like cattle? Or are you more like a Scorsese who sets the frame and just lets them do their craft, perform?
Mm-hmm.
What is your process?
What is your process? Yes.
Oh man,
Yes.
he just end the meet and greet line and be like, "What are these guys doing over there?" Dave Batista's talking. Okay, now Dave, can you do an intro for us? Oh man, it'd be like a 15-minute long intro.
Yeah, man.
It'd be great.
Yeah. It would be great. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Hey guys, here's my number. Let's hang out sometime.
Sure thing, Dave.
I'll come down to L.A. Oh, Steve, you do comics? I'll adapt one.
There you go.
Awesome.
Done.
Can my friend hang out on set too? Yeah, Larson, you're in.
There you go.
Cool. Man, it's already done. Set in stone, dude.
Thanks, Dave.
It's gonna be great. Anyways,
That's really just the news. It's kind of a slow news week.
actually, it's a pretty packed news week. Those are two big stories.
They
Those
are.
two huge. And then
I
the
know.
third story, us forming a production company with Dave Batista. That's also a
that's
huge,
a massive story right there.
massive story right there.
Massive
Yeah.
story. Yes.
Yeah.
That means
Are
it's-
people still not understanding the nature of this Jimmy Uso story? People are still explaining it. Naomi, being in an oddball town like Denver,
Detroit.
Detroit, was driving the wrong way down a one-way street.
Yes.
I have actually done this before.
I have too.
Here in Sacramento, in
Same.
my own town.
Same.
Completely sober.
Yeah, same here.
Completely sober.
Totally.
And the cops pulled her over for doing that, and then they smelled alcohol inside the car, so they had her get out.
Yes.
She was good.
Yes.
Being the responsible driver citizen she is. Jimmy Uso,
However,
apparently thought that this was a part of Access Weekend. Got out of the car. He thought this was Worlds Collide or something.
yeah, against the instructions of the police officers.
He squared up.
Well, he took his shirt off.
He took his shirt off. Well, when I think squaring up, if you're a guy, anyways, and this, like, you have to take your shirt off first.
Necessitates
I think it's part one of the
disrobing
process.
somewhat.
Yeah, and then I don't know, no word on if he put his hair up before he square up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But square up, I think, is maybe putting your dukes up. Are the
Yeah.
are the dukes going up? Is
Well, I
squaring
think
up?
squaring up, I think, is
You're
that
making a square.
you square up to your
Square.
opponent, And then, you want to throw.
Yeah. Officer takes out stun gun. Didn't use it because Jimmy backed down.
Charles Ford says Batista is playing Rabin, the brother of Sting's characters.
The brother of Sting's...
Oh, he erased it.
The brother of Sting's character's brother. Wouldn't that just be Sting?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Alex C. said, isn't Detroit at -9 Celsius right now? Yeah, why would he take off his shirt? It's freezing out there. But then again, man, that's alcohol for you.
Yep.
Why did you just look at Lars Sullivan's Twitter account?
I saw something ridiculous on Twitter about a tweet he put up, but apparently it was fake.
The Scientology one?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Until you confirmed it was fake, it was entirely within the realm of possibility.
The reason I looked.
Oh, man. Maybe Batista can get Undertaker a role in Dune.
Oh, that'd be cool.
He can play the brother of Sting's brother.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just Sting.
All right, let's take some questions here.
Closest we'll ever get to a Taker-Sting match.
Yeah. Tyler Wright, a special thanks to everyone in the Friendoverse who reached out and gave their prayers to me and my family.
Man, Friendoverse is the best.
It is.
Yeah.
Friendoverse is the absolute best. Sean Lathrop, what if Miz is using Shane to get a WWE title shot? I want them to be friends.
Yeah, I know, me too.
I don't know why you subterfuge.
I don't want this to end in a fight.
No, friendship.
I want this to end in good luck to you.
Yeah.
Our paths are now diverting.
We'll amicably part ways here.
Exactly.
There's Thabata. Will Ospreay versus Pac tonight at Rev Pro. That'll be good.
Didn't Ospreay delete his Twitter too?
Oh, I don't know. No, he tweeted something the other day.
Did he?
Yeah.
Nonstop player. Who's the most underrated star in New Japan? I'm going to say if they keep doing what they're doing with him, Taguchi.
Sonata.
He's sort of he's so good. Love Sonata.
Joshua Martinez checking in from work. Here's $2. Thank you.
Thanks,
Josh.
man. Big Jim Meltzer. This is a great question. What a great question this is. Some of these friendos really cut to the heart of who we are, man. Who is your dream booth neighbor at Starrcast 2? So for work reasons, well, there's one off the top of my head. I know Brian Zane is trying to get a booth there.
Yeah, I thought that. I thought he'd be cool if we were situated next to him for sure.
Because number one, but here's the problem with that. There's not going to be any great stories there. Because it's just Brian. He's just one of us.
Yeah.
He's just one of us.
See,
we get some great collaborative stuff.
I thought we had a pretty good booth sharing or people that were next to us last year when
toy booth.
No, when Trent and Chucky T were next to us.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they were used. So initially,
that was about as perfect as it could get.
Initially, so 2 tables over was this toy vendor.
Yeah,
and they were very nice. At one point, they had Scarlet Bordeaux there. In between us and toy vendor, there was an empty table.
Yeah.
Toy vendor during the first part of the weekend used that table. Just because nobody else was, and that's good.
But then on Friday and Saturday, it was for autographs.
It was for meet and greets.
Yeah. And so was it Saturday in the morning? It was Chucky T and Trent Beretta.
Yeah.
When their time was up, then Chelsea Green sat there.
That's right.
And that was cool.
Great.
She was super great.
Yeah.
That was such a surreal experience of us sitting there with our giant dumb heads behind us with our booth, and then over there's Joey Janela and Penelope Ford, and Punishment Martinez is over there.
It's going to be weirder.
Trent and Chuck are next to us.
I feel like this is a bigger Starrcast. It's going to be even weirder.
I know. And when I was walking down, like 5 booths down from us, there's Kevin Nash just sitting there.
Yeah. Steiner was there.
Yeah.
It was bizarre.
Buff Bagwell was
honestly you're there and it just doesn't get less weird.
Mm-hmm.
Time is going by and it doesn't get less weird. And then there's a dude with an ET mask on.
Stone Cold ET.
Everything else is Stone Cold.
He does a perfect Stone Cold impression.
Doing the perfect Stone Cold. So our dream booth neighbor would be, it's either Brian Zane or it's Undertaker.
Stone Cold ET.
No, man, no. That would get old.
It would get old.
That would get old quick.
It's pretty funny while he was doing it, though. W.S. Fletcher, I need a Star Trek Section 31 series starring Michelle Yeoh ASAP. I don't know what that is.
That's actually happening.
Oh, okay.
I think, that's actually, they announced that. So she has a character in Discovery, And then Section 31 is like Starfleet's CIA.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And Combs, 1986. You guys going to be at Starrcast too? That's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan. I know Zane was on Twitter publicly saying, "Hey, Starrcast, will you please answer my emails?" And they said, "Please direct message us or
Look at the FAQ, yeah.
look at the FAQ." I'm assuming we're gonna get hit up for a thing again because we were there last year, but there's no info on their website, so I'm just taking the patient route.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've got a lot going on right now, including Undertaker. Zigzag Punch. Can you do an impression of Undertaker meeting Kenny Omega at Starrcast?
So, my name is Mark. How are you doing, son?
Hello, Mark.
Are you a young wrestler trying to get into the business?
You don't know who I am? You must be some sort of old fart.
I don't appreciate that kind of language being directed my way. Undertaker will not stand foul language.
He thinks fart is a bad word.
Like I said, Michael Forbes, do you think that Candice LeRae is being kept off TV so she can head up to Maine once John gets called up? Also glad to see Larson Hunter or Raw Gate did not get Larson. No, that stomach bug did, though. Ooh.
Maybe, do you think maybe that's Larson Hunter poisoning you?
No.
You got to check your bloodstream for some arsenic.
I don't think I do, man. As far as Candice, I think she's working some SmackDown house shows coming up.
Really?
Her and Kyrie Sane, yeah.
Wow.
I thought I read that.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that is. I'd like to have faith in WWE, but you never know, man.
Yeah.
It bums me out.
Sam Devison, things you would rather spend $150 on than a photo with Undertaker.
A photo with Bret Hart. I mean, honestly, $150 and I'm wearing my Undertaker shirt that I drew, and then I get to tell him the story of my bad memory, thinking that
might be worth it.
And then I try to explain to him how the shirt is not copyright infringement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why he shouldn't be making any money off my shirt.
Yeah, no.
That sounds just awkward, to be honest with you.
Priceless.
Comic Sans commentary. Would cross-promotion collaboration with Impact help All Elite Wrestling, since currently New Japan and Ring of Honor aren't in a talent exchange with them? Or should they work with smaller, unknown companies? I'll be honest, I like the latter. As much as I think Impact has some great talent.
I don't think Impact as a company is in a position to help anybody. Because All Elite Wrestling is already a bigger wrestling entity than Impact has ever been. And they haven't even had their first show yet.
Well, boy, 10,000 people watching is not a lot.
Yeah, they sold like more tickets to a live show.
Well, okay, I'll put it this way.
Did you see the thing?
I
think it was a newsletter where just based on the pre-sale and how Meltzer got this information, but they could have sold 43,000 tickets during the pre-sale, because I guess that's how many people try to get tickets.
Oh my gosh.
AEW doesn't need Impact for anything.
Well, if they want some good matches with some good talent, half the people that were all in are with Impact. Not half the people. Half the people out of that Battle Royal. Well, two people at least. Jordan Grace and Ethan Page.
Well, Brian Cage was in there too.
Brian Cage, yeah. I mean, they've got some really good talent.
Oh, they do.
So I mean, if they want a wider variety than they already have, then
It seems like for the most part though, they're trying to find diamonds in the rough. I think that's what
diamonds in the rough, like Undertaker.
That's what that's what Cody and the Young Bucks been saying.
Think
new, fresh talent.
I think collaboration with any company.
It's not a terrible idea, but that
idea.
arrangement would benefit Impact way more than it would benefit All Elite Wrestling.
Do you think it would bring their numbers up from 10,000 people watching?
No, they need to be on a real TV station.
Yeah.
Sammy Garcia, Larson, did you smash or eat too much yesterday? No, I was legitimately sick.
He was actually sick. It would have been kind of gross if you were smashing under your current conditions.
It would have been disgusting.
It would have been horrible.
Really bad.
It would have been like some Blippy type stuff.
Also, Sammy Garcia, Dead Man or American Badass in Bullet Club? Well, it's got to be American Badass.
Absolutely. I don't think would he even be allowed to do Taker? And
no, I'm sure that's
even his Starrcast thing says in tiny letters, Mark Calloway, a.k.a.
The Undertaker.
Ian S. Podcast. Will Jay White make a splash as big as Kenny did over the next 5 years?
5 years is a long time.
Hard to say. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I like the optimist in me says, yeah, sure, why not? I like Jay White.
Yeah.
I just think he has a long way to go towards having a convincing personality that matches what he's trying to do.
Yeah. The man of constant sorrow, Elias. Larson, glad your explosive beehole is back in working order. What non-wrestling questions would you like to ask modern-day wrestlers? I think we talked about with
pretty extensively
with Dave Batista.
I mean, Ric Flair, it'd be questions about like partying. You know, what's the best place to just like in the country just to go party? And he'd probably say, anywhere the Nature Boy is, baby. Woo!
Tim Spullock, we really need to talk about possible Undertaker intro. We already did. We did, Tim.
Well, we need to talk to Tim about that.
We do. Oh, yeah, that'd be part of his duty.
I'm just laying all that shit on Tim.
Yep, exactly. Michael Forbes, GIR math for Sting. I assume the wrestler, not the musician.
We can do both.
All right. All right. All right. So being good in ring for Sting, the wrestler.
Like a friggin' 8, man. Mm-hmm. Sting, he's great.
Promo.
6
or 7.
Very normal babyface type promos.
6. Look.
Oh,
9.
9, dude.
Yeah.
No matter what iteration. 9.
Legacy.
Oh, up there, man. 9 Legacy.
Kayfabe.
Book pretty strong.
8.
8 for kayfabe. I can see that.
So that's 14.
Might have an 8 wrestler here.
3, 7 plus, 17, 24. Yeah, it's 8 plus.
Yeah, man. Sting definitely
Sting
an 8 plus
musician.
wrestler. Sting musician. Yeah, okay.
So being good. Had a lot of hits.
Oh man, being good in the music industry, Sting is like a solid 8.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not going to put him up there with Elvis or the Beatles or
the Stones or anything. No.
Yeah.
Promo. I think it's a good interview.
And he's a terrific actor.
He is.
Oh yeah.
7.
7? 8.
7.
Give him 8.
All right. Look. I mean, especially like in the police days.
Iconic.
8. Legacy.
Strong legacy.
I'm about to say his legacy actually with the police is stronger than his solo legacy for the most part, because his solo legacy is just kind of adult contemporary, easy listening type vibes, you know?
There's a big audience for that.
I understand.
He made more money off that than he did off the police.
Maybe.
8. Strong legacy.
Kayfabe.
Oh, he's like booked the strongest. 10.
7.
7 kayfabe?
There's not really kayfabe in the music industry, man. It's not pay to play times anymore. Or it wasn't in the 80s, I don't think.
I think he was, dude. You cannot go. You can.
All right, make the math easier. 8 then.
At any time of the day, you can turn on the radio and hear a Sting song. You can hear his voice.
That's more legacy, though.
He's an 8 wrestler. I mean, an 8 artist.
Yeah, 8. That seems a little high.
Nah, man. Sting? Are you kidding me, dude? Multi-millionaire.
Yeah, I understand that. He's
multi Grammy winner.
Yeah, I know. He's worth a ton of money.
So much money.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be watching you. Come on, every ground you break. And then they did the Biggie song. Every nose you break, every square you up. I'll be watching. Jimmy Uso.
Richard Ely, good afternoon, guys. Lunchtime tacos and Coronas for all. Enjoying your day. What if Shelton had Kofi's spot? Yeah, I wish they would do more with Shelton Benjamin. He's great.
Shelton was gone for a long time. No, Kofi's been there. I think Shelton, that would have been a bit underwhelming. It would have been kind of out of nowhere. Whereas Kofi, it feels like it's always sort of been simmering.
Yeah. Tyler Wright, thanks Stephen Larson for the pick-me-up today.
Hope you're feeling better, man.
Yeah.
Casey Charles here asks, Megadeth or Metallica?
Oh, Metallica.
I mean, you can't dismiss Dave Mustaine so quickly, but then if you ask me, name 5 Megadeth songs, probably wouldn't be able to do it.
I mean, maybe name 2.
I was listening to Metallica just happened to be on the radio. I mean, I know Sweating Bullets, that's it. Metallica might be was on the radio today.
Is that the one that the music video where Mustaine got in the electric chair?
No, I don't think so.
So I do know another Megadeth song then. I don't remember what it's called though.
So you don't actually know it.
But I've heard another Megadeth song other than Sweating Bullets.
Sweating Bullets.
Hello, me. It's me again.
Yeah. Man, even Metallica's, even the stuff that the true metalheads think is lame, I think is kind of cool. Like the first 2 albums after the Black Album are actually pretty decent, man.
Yeah.
I think they're okay. They've got some catchy tunes on there.
Yeah, I liked them when they weren't so catchy.
I'm not sure how much of a. I don't know. I think I'll be honest with you. I'm going to keep it real right now.
All right.
I think you know that it's way cooler to say that
No, it's not
than
way
it is
cooler to
you
say that.
actually liking the music.
I've listened to...
When's the last time you actually listened all the way through Master of Puppets? Or Injustice for All?
I listened to all the way through Master of Puppets maybe like 6 months ago when I was working out.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
fine.
I have it on my phone.
All right. It is cooler to say that, though.
What
They
if
have
they-
some catchy post-Black Album songs.
Be that as it may, I just found their music more interesting when it was a little more complex.
I was just
and
really
that's just me.
shocked like decades ago when I was talking to my metalhead friends about it, and they were like, oh, yeah, the Black Album came out. We were all like sitting around listening to it, and we were like, man, this is just lame. And I was like, wow, there's
catchy
metal.
songs on the Black Album, but the stuff afterwards, I don't think the songwriting is as strong.
No, there's some really catchy songs after that, man.
Well, I'm not talking about catchy songs. I'm talking about the all around.
They're just not as metal. They're
Yeah.
not nearly as cool.
No.
You know, can't really be a real fan if you're like, oh yeah, I like the lamer stuff that's a bit softer that you can listen to on K-Rock.
I think like they kind of lost me when they did a sequel to one of their songs.
Sequel to songs. Has there ever been a sequel to a song that's been decent?
No.
They're number one. They're rare.
Yeah, I can't really think of one that's been successful.
I think McCartney had a sequel to something, and it was crap. I don't even think the first song was all that great. God, what was it? I forget. It's so weird when people do like Unforgiven Part 2. What?
Unforgiven 2, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's basically the same song.
This ain't a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's just like the same song, but like worse.
Naheem Quattlebaum, are you all in with Kofi on Sunday? Not on Sunday, but I'm hoping he gets the shot at Mania.
Toby Michael said Unforgiven 2 XD, which I think means love. I don't know, man.
Guion Halili, friend knows I'm a $20 patron now. I'm happy to up my subscription. Thanks for the awesome content. And could we get a little bit of Taker playing Red Dead Redemption 2?
All right, let's see here. I've got a new mission. I've got to go collect on a debt. All right, where do I have to go? Goddamn, half this game is just riding a horse. How big is this map? Michelle, it's 5 times bigger than Grand Theft Auto 5. That's some bullshit.
Is it really that large?
I think I read that.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's like nothing going on. I love the game so far. Don't get me wrong, but holy crap, there's nothing going on.
It seemed like it would take forever, like if you were in...
It takes forever to do anything.
When you were playing GTA 5, if you were in the city, and then you have to go up to the Blaine County.
Lancaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it took forever.
Yeah.
Gilberto Ariano, Young Bucks or the Uso, who's the better tag teams? Sorry, Young Bucks or the Usos, who's the better tag team? I'll go with the Young Bucks. They're both really good, though.
It's like the Beatles and the Stones, man.
Mhm.
It's kind of like, it's just, what do you like? You know, I'm really into the Usos, but the Young Bucks, they're really good too.
Mm-hmm. Taylor Sexton wants us to do our math on the Bushwhackers.
The Bushwhackers.
All right, in ring. Bushwhackers in ring. 5. Apparently they did some like really insane like deathmatch stuff. I'm not that familiar with it though.
But I have no idea.
5.
5.
Promo. 5. Look.
Let's see where this is going. They had a good look.
6.
6.
Legacy. 6. Kayfabe. I don't know. 5. They're like a 5+.
They're definitely 5+ wrestlers.
And then
man.
Austin Luff. Wants,
Hey, we got to drop them down like 4+ for licking people's heads.
that was okay to do in the 80s.
I asked
guess.
Pacitti because apparently Pacitti got his head licked by one. I asked him what it smelled like.
Yeah,
and
I
he
saw
acted
that.
like I was fucking weird. It's a valid question. It's a valid question. Was it booze breath?
All right, Austin Luff wants us to do Scott Steiner. In ring. He used to be a really good wrestler. 7 in ring.
Who are we talking about?
Scott Steiner. 7.
Hold on a second, though. In ring for Scott Steiner, you have to average how good he was, which is like an 8, versus his
How
low
bad
point,
you got, which is like a 2.
which is like now, which is like a 2. So that's like what, a 5?
Let's do 6.
All right, 6
I'll
is
wait
fine.
I'll put more weight towards
All
his
right,
career peak.
fine.
Promo, I mean, it could be 0, it could be 10.
But you can't do 5.
No.
I mean,
There's really no middle ground. Either you do 1 or 0, or
like,
you do
here's
9
the
or
thing,
10.
dude. Iconic math promos 10. It's 10.
All right,
it's
10.
10.
Look. I mean, his look was never that good, regardless of of what phase he was in his career.
Oh, his chainmail. Give me a break. It's 8.
7. Legacy. As a tag team wrestler, pretty high.
What? How do you score a legacy that's very it's very muddied?
Like,
you know,
like a 5 or a 6.
Like, he has a legacy.
Yeah.
It's mainly the math promo, and then the fact that that he hates WWE.
5 then. Kayfabe.
5.
5.
Like with the Steiner brothers, he was booked super strong. As Big Papa, I guess 6 kayfabe.
Yeah, 6. So he's 6, right on the dot, more or less. 6 plus.
Yeah. Corey Hornbaker. What's something you miss in WWE that doesn't happen anymore? He said, I miss the old T-shirt reveal for factions. Today you get a faction and it mostly continues and never adds members. Yeah, I miss the factions that keep on growing and growing and growing and get bloated and then you just don't care anymore.
Inferno matches.
Yeah, that's a good one too. One thing I forgot to do, I'll have to do it again for like on Monday. But I forgot to do the Patreon shout-outs, man. We got some new patrons.
We do.
Also, somebody who was it that mentioned they're a $20 patron now?
Oh, Guillaume Halili.
You know what Guillaume gets? He gets the Friendo Care Package.
He does.
Look at that guy right there. You get a comic book. You get 3 stickers, including our faces and the OG Going In Raw logo. You get a signed OG logo Going In Raw postcard. And you get a double-sided poster. You get to decide where you hang Mecha Santa's picture in your house. And which side, top notch.
Oh, hey, and shout out to Ears of Justice for making a perfect.
Whoa.
Dominic Dijakovic. Top notch.
Top notch Donovan Dijakovic.
Amalgam was great.
New patrons: Craig Mullings, the infamous El Guapo, Michael Wagenfur, Sam Sparrowhawk, Joe, and Josh Link.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, all you great patrons out there.
Yes, thank you very much.
We appreciate it. Also, $5 and up patrons, including the aforementioned Josh Link. Get a bonus episode today.
Oh, it's Ask Us.
Overrun. Oh yeah, we could do a live Ask Us. Ask Steven Larson.
Don't have to worry about talking about wrestling.
That's good.
We got a couple more super chats here. $2 Canadian message retracted.
Oh, I love the message retracted.
And then Gilberto Arianos asked thoughts on Gorillaz.
So I've never listened to an entire Gorillaz album.
Same.
But all of the I'm a big fan of Damon Albarn. I I've never heard anything from him that I didn't like, which makes it curious that I haven't gotten more into Blur and more into the Gorillaz. Mm-hmm. But I've liked what I've heard.
I think both bands are really good singles bands. Like, their singles are good.
Yeah, it could be. I listened to what's the name of the album? I know it has Park Life on it. The album itself might be Park Life.
I think it's called Park Life, yeah.
I really like it. I just never got more into them, which is weird. Maybe I tried and I was like, yeah, I'll just stick with their greatest stuff. Yeah, I like it. It's good stuff. Ages well. Like whenever I hear Clint Eastwood, it's like, oh man,
that's a catchy song.
It's a cool jam.
Yeah,
good jam.
Yeah,
good stuff. Anyways,
I think that's it.
Cool, right on.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.
Here's an ad for our Patreon.
Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.